Welcome back, guys. I hope you've had a great Christmas. I certainly have. I've definitely eaten too much, I've definitely drank too much, and I feel like a fat pig now. But it's been good fun, and I hope you've had a good one too. So today we're going to learn a very quick trick, quick instant sandwich is what I'm going to call it. So grab a deck of cards, and I hope you enjoy this. Also, I've pulled a muscle in my jaw here, which is kind of why I'll probably be speaking a little bit quieter, and I can't open my mouth more than that without it really hurting. So I'll try my best to speak as loud as I can whilst teaching this trick. So for this trick, a spectator can name any card they want. If they've got a favourite card, they can name it out loud. Doesn't make a difference. So for explanation purpose, we're going to use the Ace of Spades, let's say, if they name that, and you're also going to find its partner, the Ace of Clubs. You're going to ask the spectator shout stop whenever they want, and place those aces face up, as you can see, somewhere in the middle of the deck. Next spectator gets to choose any card they want. Let's say they choose this card, show it around, and then as you come to square up the deck, make any little magical move you want, go through the cards, and now you can see one card is in between two black aces, which is of course the selected card, 4 of clubs. So let's learn it. So that was a quick performance of it. Now, like I said, let's learn it. This is probably an intermediate kind of trick. It is fairly simple, it's not going to take much practice. There's a few different handlings of it as well. So I'm just going to go through the basic handling to start off with. So we'll use the same again, the 2 black aces, but really they can name any card they want. Okay, we'll use something else. Let's say they name the 2 fours. 4 of diamonds is their favourite card. So find the 4 of hearts as well. So you've got the 2 matching cards, and they really can shout stop whenever they want. However, you want it to be a little bit lower down than halfway, ideally. If you go too close up to the top, obviously when the second spectator chooses a card, it's going to be a little bit harder to do the move. So lower down is always better. You're going to place those in, and you're going to square them up. Now the next part is where one of the move happens. First of all, you want to make sure that when you're going through the cards, try push it in a straight line instead of going in like a curved motion. Push it in a straight line, because that will help with the second move. As you see those 2 cards, you can show them that they're in the middle of the deck, and then as you close them up, you're grabbing a break in between those 2 fours. So now you've got one there and one there, and you're grabbing that break once you square it up. Now if you did that round motion, it's a lot easier to flash that position there compared to when you're pushing it straight. It's a lot easier to hide that card there with the break. So pushing them along straight, here comes the second move. You want to try get a big clump of cards. The messier it is, the better it is as well. You can make it really messy. And then once they choose what card they want, you're going to use your index finger to grab the bottom right hand corner of that card, and you're going to show it. Lift it up, out jogged a little bit, you show that card, and you want it to go just past this card which is above it. So not this side, but this side of it. So now you've got a big break here, and naturally if you push down on this position here with that card above it now, as you go to square up the deck, that card will naturally fit in between the 2 fours. So that's the very basics of it. I'll go for a little bit more detail now and change that sunlight. So an exposed view, put those 2 fours there. When you go to find those 4s, as you square it up, grabbing this break. Then you want to make sure that they choose a card or select a card from the top part. As they select one, grab it with a pinky. Just show it round. Then I'm going to think anything about this, why it's out like that, because you've just grabbed it. Then as you come to square it up, you're going to push the left hand side, if you're holding the cards in the left hand, down like that, and naturally that'll fit into the sandwich cards, the 2 4s. So quickly again, a little bit slow detail, I just want to make sure that everyone understands it. So you can make this motion as sloppy as you want, as long as you don't obviously expose the cards, which gives an idea that they've got a break. So really make it messy. You go to grab that card there, then through here, and as so. Then you can square everything up, and that card's going to be wherever I put it in between the 2 4s. So that's a quick basic idea around that trick. Just quickly for the cleanup as well, when you do that, once you've done the move, as so, once you've, for the explanation purpose, done that, when you go to push the card in, obviously you want to make sure that the camera or the spectator is looking down at the cards, not from this angle here. Obviously from this angle here you can see that I pushed the card somewhere amongst the middle, but if it's at the top, and the messier it is, that looks like it's just gone exactly from where it come from. You wouldn't be able to tell when obviously it goes in between the 2 4s. So really make that as messy as you want, really however much you want. When you push in, really it's gone a completely different place, it's gone in between the 2 4s. But messier you can get it, the easier it becomes, and the more kind of hidden it becomes as well. The last method can be done without catching a break, but it is a little bit harder. So we'll use the 4 again. Let's say they name the 4 of diamonds as their card. Now for explanation purpose, I'm going to over exaggerate, but you can be just doing a spring or just bowing the cards a little bit. So really bend them down once they've named their favourite card. So name the 4 of diamonds and then just go, okay, we'll choose the next, the partner as well, the 4 of hearts. But make sure that card is face down whilst you're doing the spring, and you've only got the 1 card which is getting bowed. So now when you turn that card over, if I put those 2 together, you can see that because they're in the opposite bow direction, you've got a natural break anyway. So when you place those cards in there, watch this, if I let pressure go of the deck, you can see that natural gap in there. So it is a little bit harder to get the card in between it, however you can grab a break pretty easily next to it, except if I'm 1 off there, or it can sometimes just go, because you've got that break in there, you just push it along there. Hopefully, no, see I've missed it. Like I said, this isn't what I normally do, but with a bit of practice, if you want to do this method, this will fool them a lot more. You've got that gap there. As long as you can get the consistency of putting that card in between that gap, so I'm missing it every time. But you get the idea that because you've got a gap here, you can just naturally just grab that as a break to do a whole routine again, or you can just put it straight in there. It's up to you how you want to do it, but it is a little bit harder. I use the first method a lot more than I use that method, as you can see, but it's just an idea for you guys. So that was just a quick instant sandwich trick. The first method I use all the time because it's something quick, it's something easy to do. That second one, it can be done. I've seen people do it, however I don't do it myself, but I wanted to share you the ideas of how they do it by bowing the cards a little bit to create a natural break. Or that bowing idea, you can use that for so many methods anyway, for just grabbing breaks. As you can see, I do that all the time. I bow the cards to grab an easy break, but it can be used as an instant sandwich as well. Just takes a lot more practice, and I don't practice that, so that's why I'm not really explaining that much in detail compared to the first move where I use that all the time. And as you can see, it works all the time as well, because you're grabbing a big break with your pinky, and as long as you spread the cards in a straight line instead of being rounded, it'll be a lot easier just to get those cards in. Very simple move, it won't take long to learn. So I hope you enjoy that, guys, and I'll see you in 2018, which is just a couple of days away. It's crazy. See you later.